What up? It's Aaron motherfucking Moses. I woke up this morning, I was laying in bed, and I laid there for like an hour. I never do that. But I was thinking about all the research I've been doing lately, and I come to realize that females are not very complicated creatures. They're not. But how we operate, I could definitely understand why people say it's a man's world. Now check this out. Look at what I've been researching. Now, women, a lot of the times, what they base how they're gonna interact with you is off of other men, bro. Women, all women are engineered genetically to mess with who? Alpha males, right? Whether they prefer that or whether they don't. Because not every female is gonna even understand what the fuck that means, right? An alpha male is essentially what they say, a leader of men. Now we got so much confusion because we feel like we have to look to other dudes to see what we need to be doing. When that's a feminine ass trait. But that's what alpha males do though. Alpha males to me, that's a social genius. You have to be able to inspire the femininity in everybody, or the masculinity while turning your feminine on. It's a social genius, and a genius is pretty much tapping into the water that made you up, your DNA, your genes, in order to control the situation. A fucking bloodbender, a motherfucking mitochondria alchemist. You know what I mean? So when you have these dudes going into their femininity, raised by maybe a single mother or some shit, or raised by a feminine ass dad, they think it's normal for you to be looking at other men to see what you need to do. When, yeah, I mean, that's why we have books. That's why we have the social media, internet, shit like that. Because why, go through life failing, hurting yourself. Now, all you have to do is spend your little $10, and no, I'm not trying to sell you any books. I don't have any products or books. All you have to do is spend $10 and read some Brian Tracy and read some fucking Napoleon Hill, and then boom, you got it. But at the same time, we all have that genius inside us. Just like I said in that one video, how to be an alpha male. You're here because somebody in your genetic gene pool within the last 16 generations, they were an alpha. All you gotta do is look inside yourself. All you have to do is talk to your spirit. You have all these energies inside you. I'm in Aries, and I would consider my dad an alpha male, even though I don't like his motherfucking ass and he's arrogant and shit. And definitely my fucking grandfather, 110%. So we have a lot of predispositions for things that we don't even motherfucking understand. And what's crazy about it is we still try to look towards men. We still tap into our femininities and look at other men. Now, I ask myself the question, why is it okay for women to compare themselves to other women, constantly look at other women's titties, asses, and that's not gay? It's not gay because women are genetically engineered to be jealous, to compare themselves, even though we tell women to not do that shit. Because it's going to create conflict, it's going to create women on women violence and shit like that. That's normal for them. You have a soul for a reason, bro. Your soul is the genetic coding of the fucking universe. The laws, hold up. The laws that we have pertaining to everything. Like I said, even building muscle is based on the universe. You feed your muscles what they're made out of, and then you expand them, contract them. The pendulum swings, you plateau, it's all the universe. But when we look at it, We gotta stop looking at these human beings. We have to stop comparing ourselves to human beings because they're not fucking perfect. Every time I think I found the right mentor, they always do some shit, and I'm thinking maybe it's just me. Maybe I keep looking at these people. I mean, it was me because I chose to keep looking at these people as gods and all knowing beings when they bleed just like me. I never really realized that you really only have two choices. You're gonna do some shit that comes from the physical, or you're gonna do something that comes from the spiritual. And when I realized that, all my choices that I've been making are based on what my body wants. All the cigarettes, all the alcohol, all the sex. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to be looking towards my body for certain things because all men are engineered to get as much pussy as possible, to procreate, to make babies. That's what everything is. All this fucking red, purple, blonde hair, the beard, mustache, all of that shit is for me to get more children in the world. Which consciously, that's not what I want. Because I already see what happens when you have kids and you don't necessarily want kids. But when you look to the spirit, bro, when you look to the spirit and when you allow the soul that you have to dictate your fucking life, there is no alcohol, there's no cigarettes. And it's not gonna force you. It's not gonna force you to do the right thing. It's just gonna come. It's just gonna be something that is gonna be a yin or a yang thing. You get your choices back, but it's not easy to make those choices. You have to have that no factor. And a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people don't realize that everything you do is so you're going to be here genetically. A piece of you is going to be here genetically. When you look towards the soul, all that shit breaks down. You're still going to have your fucking human impulses, your body, your dick's still going to get hard, your pussy's still going to get wet. But it's going to come from a different place. And that's what's so scary about shit. Growing up, tapping into that. Growing up with the soul. Because all that shit's gonna turn off. You're not gonna wanna fuck. You're not gonna wanna hang out. You're not gonna smoke, drink. And it's like physical depression. A happy depression. You know how they say you lose interest in all the things that you have passions for when you're depressed on them fucking commercials and shit. That's what's going to happen, bro. Yesterday I did a track for one of the homies, Joey, and it was a very dark track where I talk about killing people and all kind of shit. Horrorcore. It was a horrorcore 3-6 Mafia Suicide Boys type track, and it felt very unnatural because I meditated right before I made that track. And I just knew something wasn't right, but I kept saying the words. And I kept trying to rehearse it. And I kept trying to force myself to create this track. And it just didn't feel right. I'm releasing that very soon. But we gotta start looking towards the soul. We're not gonna have a choice pretty soon. It's scary. It's dangerous. You're gonna take L's. You're gonna take very horrible L's. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be worth it. Yeah. I don't know. I might cut my hair because my soul keeps telling me to. I really don't want to. I really, really don't want to. That's really not in my physical interest. I've had hair since I was fucking 10 years old. I had long hair. But I feel like it's time. I don't feel like it's time. It's giving me anxiety just right now. my heart's beating because I really don't want to do that. But everybody keeps advising me to and start dressing different and start using bigger words. I really don't want to do that shit. But I had to listen to the spirit because this shit's holding me back. And every time, you know what that means? That mean I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't ask questions. I just go with it. I keep getting all these money opportunities, all these different endeavors, and I don't know, bro. That's one reason that I really fuck with my son. Because when I look at him, I know he's not even he's closer to an animal right now. He does things, he doesn't really have a lot of empathy right now. He does a little bit. He's not a little girl. But I tell him to do things and it doesn't resonate with his soul. I try to put him on certain diets and it doesn't resonate with his soul. I read these motherfucking books and it says he should be doing this and doing that. He has an African's body. He has his dad's body. So when he wakes up in the morning, his first impulse is not to eat. He doesn't eat until the same time I get my fucking first meal. He doesn't eat till 12 o'clock. Because as Africans, we're supposed to eat according to the sun. When the sun is highest in the sky, that's when we're supposed to eat. You wake up and you drink 64 ounces of water. Now, Jimmy's only one, but he's a big-ass fucking little kid. So he'll drink probably 24 ounces of water. He's only supposed to have 64 ounces of water in his full day. And I'm thinking, oh, maybe he's sick. I'm fucking calling my mom, trying to Google this shit. Then I realized, this nigga's me. He's me. So when me trying to send him down, play him his little cartoons, I give him tomatoes, strawberries, and a banana, and a vegetarian hot dog in the morning, usually, with some kind of carbohydrate and water. He does not eat that shit. He just drinks water, and then, you know, when I tell him to do certain things, when I buy him fucking shoes, he doesn't want to wear them. When I try to put on clothes for him, he doesn't want to wear them. You know, when he wants to take fucking baths and showers every day and just soak, and I'm like, bro, that's not good for you. You don't need to be doing that. He does certain things, and it hit me. I need to be following this little child. And I got this because I got drunk. I got like violently drunk one day. I couldn't even hold my head up. And I put on some Erykah Badu. I listened to Erykah for like 2 hours. And I was still drunk as shit. And the thing is, of course I start channeling. I get super sensitive. It wasn't the alcohol, it's because I fucking smoked that goddamn weed. And then I didn't realize how much I actually had to drink. And then the weed smacked me on my face and I was just... But just the messages I got, that's pretty much what I got. But we gotta start looking towards the soul. We gotta start looking at these young kids under the ages of fucking like 5. I tell them to do shit and I keep getting frustrated and I'm like, this nigga's a spirit. I'm a body trying to tell a spirit what to do. What do I look like? You know, the colors he likes and all of that. Change is coming. I guess. The impulses, all of that. But anyways, man, I felt more inspired before I started this video. But that's it, man. It's AaroniMoses. Peace.